the original. New Zealand spelt differently. Doesn't look real, does it? Just incredibly clear. I mean, it absolutely is mountain air of the highest quality. No pollution. The sky, that deep, deep blue. Oh, thanks, Beck. Currently working north of Nelson in Atawhai. I used to live in Atawhai. Scotland. Beaton now, I understand. New Mexico, welcome. Ems, can see Frodo. Okay. You're very perceptive. Yeah, this is the highest mountain actually we've got the back of. I was showing earlier, just here. But when I pulled over the side of the road, I thought, oh, I've got to grab this one. Because even this way, just lovely. Thanks for the gift, guys. Great to share it from the backbone, the mountainous backbone of the South Island of New Zealand. Yes, plenty of skiing, as you can imagine. Hella skiing, all sorts of skiing here. And this is March. Come winter, snow basically right across here. Not all of the time, some of the time. That's looking down the valley. High up on a prairie, you might say. Okay, I think I'm almost at the banks here. Sorry, that really is bright for you. I'll keep it this way. Thank you for joining. Oh, thanks, Nick. Nice to see you. Nick_N_NZ comes to you live from Hamner Springs, which is about a 5-hour drive north from here. Natural thermals, spring thermals, and he's got a great view and does a lot from where his location is, which is beautiful, which is towards the north of the Southern Alps. Nick, thank you. That's very generous for the TikToks. Kia ora, Ruben. Right, I think I'm almost on the doorstep, am I? Or is the riverbank, looks like it's here, but it could be teasing. Thanks, Ellie. This is New Zealand, South Island. You're looking at Aoraki, Mount Cook National Park. It's about a 4-hour drive south of Christchurch International Airport. And its beauty you're seeing. This is just part of it. So mountainous. Just glorious. Feels unspoilt. Look at this. Wouldn't it be great if we could climb up there together? Imagine that on a live. Oh, thank you, Nick, for the coral. It's very generous of you. Much appreciated. It's just in person breathtaking. I'll get a bit closer. And the glaciers are here as well. Tim, thanks for the roses. You too, Nick, all the best. It's goosebump material for me in person here. There are cyclists, can you see them? In the long grass, there's actually a trail. Look at that. And the views that they've got. Thanks, Rach, for the ice cream. Rebecca, isn't it spectacular? Oh, there's a number of them, actually, quite a few going along the trail here, you can see now. That's a great way to see it. Here I am on foot at the moment, but I've driven here. But you can bike, there's hiking and biking tracks and trails everywhere. Very little bird life, but magnificent views like this one, as you can see. Hi, Andy, nice to see you. Oh, Andy, this is just next level. Just next level. Oh, thanks, guys, for your generosity. Here we go. Nature turning it on today. That snow and being so close, almost you can touch the mountains here. Zera, thank you as well. This is New Zealand Southern Alps National Park, the Mount Cook or Aoraki National Park here. So much to see and do. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's the bank. Don't know if you can hear that water very clearly. Sorry, you're getting the sun is, as we know, so bright. It's about to leave us, even though it's still coming up. These mountains are so huge. Oh, excuse me, I'm just... Oh no, where are we here? I'll get you in the shade soon enough. Well, thanks, Ellie and Belinda. But even these sites, you can see how severe the climate can be with the lack of growth. Although there are toys to my right, which is surprising. Oh, yep, here we go. Great, found the river. Not as high as I would have thought. But look at these flowers. Any botanist, any expert in the room? Pretty. Look at this. Out of nowhere, beautiful white flowers. Gorgeous. Such a beautiful national park, isn't it lovely? Greetings and night from Bulgaria. Well, thank you for joining. Good morning from New Zealand. Thank you for taking the time to pop in and have a look at our backyard. And it changes very soon. So even though, what's the time? 12 past 10. We're about to lose the sun because the hills, the mountains are so high. But actually, it should stop that reflection shortly. It's a bit of a drop down here. Excuse me, that's so bright for you. Be different soon. Oh yeah, that's quite a drop. Always have a look at surroundings. Never quite know what I'm going to come across. Just bear with me a moment. It's quite a steep embankment here. Thanks, Belinda. Right, down we go. What am I going to find at the base? That's the $64,000 question. Look how this changes here. I'm still going down. Whoops, sorry, that's too bright for you, but there goes the sun. Disappearing now. As long as I don't disappear with it. That's the main thing. Just moved to Queenstown on my smoko break. Oh, wonderful. You'd be used to this. Hey, just boulders everywhere here. Just taking my time. This is not a trail. Right, down and amongst it. See how it's turned into brush, this part. There's straight up, you're seeing the sun, just a glimpse now. Monganui, Reuben, this is Aoraki Mount Cook. You're looking at our highest mountains, our peaks here. And there's the sun up behind me. I've missed your videos. No snakes in New Zealand, Mike. Nothing, no predators. Oh, has it, Rach? What are you up to? Okay, here we go. Come for a walk on the wild side with me. Still going down. It's so deceiving. It doesn't look like much what you're looking at, but I can tell you it's a very uneven landscape. These are the boulders in amongst the mix here. One or two of them moving. There's a lot of them. Look at the lush forest in front of me on top of the mountain here. So that's the base of Aoraki Mount Cook. That's our largest one here. And you can't see it. It just goes up and up and up. The hills are alive. They really are. Look at that. Isn't nature a real blessing? And here's the river finally. It's taken me a while to get here. But it's not in flood or anything like that. Weather's been quite glorious. There might be snow melt later. I've been hearing the river from a mile ago. See how high it gets. Look at the embankment. It's gouged out. Oh no, it's slightly... Look at the colour. I don't know if you can see that clearly. Yeah, Mike, it's pretty settled, although we had a decent storm move through parts of the South Island the last 48 hours. Just see how close I can get. to this river here. Isn't this a sight? Mountainous backdrop and the river. Oh, see, thank you for the rose. I could sit here all day. I'll get closer yet. Hang on. It's quite a traverse. Some of the, oh, there's a love heart-shaped moss on the rock. Take that as a sign. Loving that. Just, excuse me, I'm going to jump a little bit here. Ah, yeah, what a blessing. Again, nature with this. I think you'd love it, Beck. Soothing white noise, Marconi. Yep, you might not get this in the Rangiora, but actually it's somewhat discoloured snow melt because it's so early in the season for some of that snow to be that low. Isn't it beautiful? No search party required today. And all around. I feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my bones. Gosh. Again, this one's actually growing. There's something growing here. Looking downstream. Isn't it spectacular? Mike, about 10 minutes, would you believe? And this is the back of New Zealand's highest mountain. The peak, the backside of it, the forest that goes just about halfway up the mountain. Aoraki Mount Cook. And its adjoining siblings. It is a paradise, Tomo. Nature turns it on here, and the fact that we can see this together. The signal is crystal clear. I don't know if you... The snow is such a pure white. Stunning. You like that, Chris? Isn't it breathtaking? Danks perfectly said. Precisely what one needs to gain inner peace with. Doesn't this help? And just a reminder, what's on our planet at times, what can be found. Such magnificence. Water rapids, snowy mountains, clear blue skies. If I could transport the fresh mountain air, just the quality here. This is New Zealand stack, Southern Alps in the South Island. And we're high up and we've got a signal. This is great. Look at the contours of the mountains where there's no snow. I'll bring you around, or where the snow's at the top. And see where the landslides have occurred. Look at that big one in the middle of your screen now. And in July, middle of winter, most of this would be down to the level of the grass here. Thanks, Chef. Good to see you. So what you're seeing on your screen, just times it by 10 in person. You could say it's imposing, of a positive nature. It's just remarkable. Thank you, Shane. I'll continue my trek round the skies. Have a look, you'll see how blue they are here. There's a break in the mountains for the moment, but not for long. Just check this out. Then we've got this side. So this is the Mount Cook National Park, Aoraki Mount Cook National Park of New Zealand. Isn't it great, Becca and DB? Wispy cloud, you notice that wispy cloud as well? Yeah. Speaking of contours, so here's our biggest mountain, just the bottom of it. It's so high, can't see the peak from this angle. But look at that. Thanks, Chris, nice to see you. How are you doing? You'd love this area. But I think the favorite view would be this one here this morning. Look at that. If you need some inspiration, this could do it. For your mental health, if you need a bit of lifting of the spirits, this could do it. Or simply enjoy beauty in the great outdoors, this will do it. Lovely to have you join. Not me said I needed this today. Jackie's asking, where is this? It's New Zealand South Island, our mountainous backbone called the Southern Alps. It's the Mount Cook or Aoraki Mount Cook National Park. Follow Christina. I'm not sure if you can camp here. There were so many RVs and camper vans on the way in this area. So I'm assuming so, or they stay at the Heritage, which is the accommodation here at the base of the mountains. Yeah, these are high. So you're looking at 12,500 feet here. So about nearly 4,000 meters, not quite. I'm standing at about 4.5. Oh, thank you for that. That was lovely of you. Love the heart. Sorry, that went fast. Aren't we lucky, Kimmy? Māori mama, just do it. Yep. And the mountains continue. You can just see a peak. See at the very top, that's actually, oh, sorry, that came in very close. That one at the back where the snow is the thickest is the next chain behind this range. This part's more ranges. Great to climb it, but simply admire it. And that sound again. Looks boring. Need a Walmart and a gas station and a 10-lane highway running through the mountains. Actually, I was on the road earlier. Yeah, right. Also was going to add some music, and I thought, no, the music of nature's enough. Yeah, we can go horizontal. Let's tilt your screen if you like. Watch this. Go together. Here we go. Then you get a more broad, expansive view of the area. I'll take my time through here. Sorry I don't get to see your messages, but thank you for your support. Thank you for coming in. It's neat to have these moments in nature that we can share it together. And if times are a little tough, just remember what is good. And this is fantastic. The contrast of the green-grey barrenness of the mountains here to the blue skies. I love that. And then you see a little bit of growth here. Oh, thanks, good vibe. Great username, appreciate that. And then come back round. And for those in New Zealand, the Toi Toi is in front of me here, growing on the riverbank. I don't know how close or how sharp the edges of the mountains are for you, but they look like touch them and you might prick yourself. It's that sort of, it's really sharp looking. And then back up the base of Aoraki Mount Cook, New Zealand's highest mountain, is this one here. So high, I can't get it all in from this angle. But you can see the adjoining mountains. Look at this. Love this shot. This have to be one of the best places I've ever visited on a live. Just quality and a reminder that nature doesn't cost anything and delivers this. The South Island, that's right, New Zealand. You're welcome, Mr. Throwback, a real pleasure. KT, you've got it. That's it, Sheila, love the way you think. Does anyone live in these mountains? Now, Nana, good question. Can you see, I'll take you across the highest, in terms of people, look at this. See the building structure, can you see there? That's the Hermitage, that's accommodation at the base called the Mount Cook Hermitage. But that would be the highest, I would think. There'll be huts because you can tramp on the mountains, but as you can imagine, like any mountains in the world, the weather changes drastically. And like anywhere again, it has claimed lives, tragically. So rugged, but on a day like today, it's complete and utter beauty. Be a gorgeous one, wouldn't it? You could see it, Nana, great. Yeah, that would be the highest in terms of, you know, a number of people. But as I say, there are huts and shacks on the different hiking tracks here, the different trails that we've got. You will come across them so you can shelter in a storm, which this area is renowned for, can change so rapidly. That's right, Ipso. You're on the money. Yeah, we can look to my right. This is downstream. But that's snow melt. The water would normally be clearer than that. Here we can get a little bit closer, but this is going downstream towards the other mountain ranges. Nice to have you come in. To me, it doesn't get much better on a live in nature anyway of seeing the beauty of the planet and listening to the sound. I'll be quiet for a while. Just take this in if you like. Thank you, Kay. I didn't realize that. Isn't the sound magnificent? I'm glad it's coming through, because sometimes I do wonder if you're getting what I'm getting. Hang on, I'm just going to sit down. I've just got my foot stuck in one of the boulders, or between them. Sorry, that's a bit shaky. Enough of my problems. Here we go, look at this. Not me, the water would be very cold. This would be snow-fed. Yep, we've got 100% reception. Incredible. I'll try and keep that still for you. I'm still moving about, getting my most comfortable position. There we go, I'm not in a hurry. You had some snow fall on the mountains the other night, I'm not surprised. It was so cold here this morning. Exactly, Shiva. Claudia, you're not going to get this view in Florida, probably, are you? You get some beauties of different sites. Yeah, this little waterfall in front here, this little rapid, I should say. Try and get that in the middle for you. Isn't it awesome, Larry? How I wish I was there with your camera. Pixel, whereabouts are you? You can get rid of the comments if you want to see the full view. You can either touch down and clear the screen, or you swipe to the right, I understand. I'll be quiet again. Take a listen. This is Aoraki, Mount Cook, correct. About 4 hours, Mickey, south of Christchurch. Crazy signal at Mount Cook. It's funny how we can still get it. I will do that summer. I will do a repost of this. The sunsets, yes, the sunsets behind the mountains. I would love to get that. In fact, that would be something like mid-afternoon due to the height of the mountains. I'm guessing it would be more this side, about here. We had the sunrise live this morning. It is nice fresh water. Even though it's discoloured, I understand that's from a little bit of snow melt. Isn't it healing, Tamira? Thank you, Mickey, for that. Emily, lovely to have you in from the Philippines. Welcome to the backbone of the mountains in New Zealand. Yeah, they do. They continue all the way around. Beside me here. Sorry, there's a big boulder to my left where I'm sitting. Thank you, Becca. And then to the right, this is the base of Mount Cook, Aoraki. Can't see it in all its glory. We will, though. I'll have a look around. But that's the base of it, and the forestation, or the forest, trees in abundance. It's fabulous to see. Yes, this can get in flood. As you can look at the embankment, it's been gouged out here on this side. If I'd be sitting here in a flood, I wouldn't be sitting for long, to be honest. It's trying, Gina, to pop over. It might struggle. The sun is behind me, but it's nice to have shade because it was giving us some reflection. Yeah, we can get a bit closer. Look at this. I'll get a bit closer for you. Great to see some climbers. Very popular mountain to climb. A number of New Zealanders, before going to the Himalayas, will practice here their climb before embarking perhaps on K2 or Everest. Thanks for the follow, Kay and Angelin. Oh, Nana, thank you, and appreciate your question. Yeah, I can tilt for a while on this angle. Here we go. We'll go horizontal. I won't be able to see your comments for a minute. Here we go. Again, if you want to get rid of the comments, either swipe to the right or press down and clear them. If you're just coming in wondering why we're sideways, we're looking at the Southern Alps of New Zealand. This is the Mount Cook, or Aoraki Mount Cook National Park. Nature, it's just providing so much, and sometimes it takes a little while to search for this sort of beauty, but boy is it worth it. I left at 5:30 to get here at 9:30, and the drive south from Christchurch International Airport, which by the way is direct from New York to New Zealand, from Los Angeles, someone the other day said Chicago and Houston. If you want to have a look at this, we'd love to see you here. We're at the beginning of fall or beginning of autumn. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, we'd love to have you here. North Islanders, come on down. I'll be quiet again. Have a listen and have a look. There we go. I'll bring you around. Thanks for the roses, Carol. That's very kind, Eddie. I've done a little bit here and there. Hello from Huntley Car Wash, Naomi. How are you doing? Speaking of the North Island, pop on down to the south once work's finished, if you can. And here's the sun coming up. Look at this. So again, look at that prick of sunlight. At 10:30 in the morning in the mountains, we've got the sun coming up above Aoraki Mount Cook. It's late because of the height of this mountain, and it won't be here for very long, I'd imagine. What a sight this is. Oh, goosebumps in person here. Wow, spectacular. Welcome in. This is New Zealand's highest mountain you're looking at, and the sun coming up. It's late after 10:30 in the morning, Thursday, the 23rd of March in 2023. Isn't it stunning? Exactly, no stress. You're not going to see this in the Bahamas, Shorty. No, probably not. But listen to the sound and the sun coming up. Wow. Actually brings a tear to my eye, this in person. Not just this view, but all around me. It's like, how do we have such beauty? And I'm going to show you waterfalls in just a moment to the left. I've just caught on the same mountain here. Claudia, isn't it lovely? It would be cold, Terry. It's snow-fed. Oh, Shoosty. I'm feeling it too. Bohemian, where are you? Your live videos. Oh, that's lovely. It means so much. Pleasure. But nature is the star of the show. We're 3/4 of the way up above New Zealand's highest mountain. You're not seeing the mountain in its proper or most glorious angle, but there's so much happening here. I had to choose a spot, and at the moment it's this, to see the sun come up. It's 10:35. Camping. In fact, I took a drive down here. Isn't it beautiful? I believe it's fully up now. We're very close. Whew, what a moment. That was completely unplanned. Wasn't sitting here for that, but that is a huge bonus. So good to have you join. Wowee, all right. And look at the waterfall. Oh, the sun might be too bright now. Can you see the water cascading just above the embankment? It's a bit hard for you. You might know my hand will be in the way. Lovely water. Oh, yeah, there you go. Look in the middle of your screen. Waterfall cascading down. There hasn't been much rain in the area, but you can just make it out. It is very peaceful, Emily. And look at this for peace. Take a breath. You could see it? Oh, good. If only I'd spotted it earlier before the sun came up. But hey, can't have everything. Thank you, Mickey. Yep, I can show you the other way as well. So the rapids here, starting to see the sun come on the water. This is spectacular this way as well. Thank you, Soph. This, if you know New Zealand, looks like the Remarkables in Queenstown. Appreciate that, Greg. Very generous. To me, that looks like the Remarkables. If you know Queenstown at all, further south than here, about another, 4-hour drive, 3-hour drive, very similar shape, contours. I love the look of the water now, but see how it's milky coloured from the snow thawing. And that rapid is quite a pace here. Your new lock screen, love to hear that, that's great. Too much, Schuster, you can't take it. Oh, I really am hearing you. Avalanches do occur, Terry, more so in the spring here, sort of late August, September, early October. And if they're going to occur, they can happen at the top of ski fields, ski resorts in New Zealand. But this is the, hang on, I just need to double check. Is this the glacier? I want to show you. Thanks, Siobhan. See this here? No, I don't think it is actually, because it runs out all of a sudden. It's got the chunkiness. It's got that sort of, I thought it was the Hooker Glacier area here. But I could be wrong. But you can see it. Beautiful mountainscape, especially with the sun starting to shine on the Milky Rapids here this morning. Lovely to have you join. Snow melting, apparently, is why the water is that milky colour. I can see why you think grey, but the sun coming on it, giving it a different appearance now. You have similar places in eastern Kazakhstan, really. And it would be similar now too, because you've got the spring thaw taking place, I guess. There was a snowfall here the other night with a front moving over the system, just giving a little coating of snow. Yep, just further to my left is this one here. I'll stand up again soonish. I'm not in a hurry today though, it's taken a few hours to get here, and nice to enjoy this environment with you. How good is it, Maine? Isn't it lovely, Liz, as well? Liz says beautiful. Thanks, Josh, for the follow. May I ask why you don't bring someone with you to share this beauty besides us? Lovely question, Nana. Again, thank you. I'd be more than happy to. What are you up to, Nana? I don't, mainly when I'm on the live, I can't be in conversation easily with someone beside me. I've had a wonderful offers from so many to join, but I can't really talk with you, read the comments, and also focus on my surroundings, especially when I'm hiking or biking. It becomes a little bit tricky. So I feel like I'm absolutely with you. I can focus with you. That was the long answer to your question. Hope that helps. Tomo, here we go. Here's the look behind me. You can see the rapids here. They've got quite a bit of pace about them. I'll get closer. I feel like I'm almost in with you, or in in the rapid. This is my favorite here. Just how that water cascades down. So again, it's snow melt in the river here. The reason I can tell it's not particularly high, if it was this color and at a higher level, I would have said it's a near flood or discolored due to high water level. But there's been no rain in the area, not significant enough. Yes, skiing, snowboarding in New Zealand, so very, very popular. Australians love coming to New Zealand. Even though they have their own mountains, they come here because the quality of the snow, the most, not everyone agrees, but Mount Hutt, only an hour and a quarter away from Christchurch, thanks Siobhan, would be the most popular, but there are dozens and dozens North and South Island, many ski resorts or ski fields to choose from. Thank you for your question. I felt like Elsa for a minute there. Oh, did you, Chloe? Joshua, appreciate the follow. Skits, yes it is. Well, actually, Mount Cook, Aoraki is right here. We saw the sunrise. That's the back of it though. That's the trees halfway up. Soon though, I'll get up again and have a shot of our highest mountain. You like that, Amy? We're very lucky, aren't we? As the sun appears at 20 to 11 due to the height of the mountains. And this time of year, summertime much earlier, but we're now autumn. I'm near the exact same mountain. Is that right, Saviour? Whereabouts? That is where I'd rather be now. Oh, you're on the other side of the mountain. Hello, Jim. This is a different view. We've caught the sunrise. We've got a snowy fed river. And we're in the back of the Southern Alps, 4 hours south of where I normally am on the beach. And when you're New Zealand's highest mountain to my right, it was 3 degrees at 8 o'clock. Ooh. It's just beautiful, Jim. Can't quite see the mountain here because of the sun glare now. But I better get up and go. As I say, it's a place I could sit for quite some time, quite easily. But there's too much to see, too much to do in this environment. Let's get back up. Here's that love heart moss on the rock, or it almost looks like a sheep with 2 ears. Not a sheep, but it could be, I don't know what it could be, a teddy bear. Love that. Love that. My imagination working overtime. Here we go. Here's the view right around here. This is New Zealand, ML. You're looking at here, above a snow-fed stream or river, and then to these glorious mountains here in the ranges. Mount Cook, or Aoraki Mount Cook National Park. You like it, ML? Yeah, it's wonderful to be here. The spongy moss that I'm walking on, it's a surreal experience in itself. Again, this is what I'm talking about here. So it's just sponge. See, as I press that down, don't know if you can see, pressing that down, my fingers go way down. So when walking on the ground here, I'm going down about 2 inches. Feels like I'm on a cushion provided by nature. Oh, and here's the plane. Oh, thank you for that butterfly cloud. Thank you so much. The airport is beside me. You can fly directly from Christchurch here, Christchurch International Airport, I believe, to Mount Cook Airport. Lots of heli-skiing, sightseeing across the Southern Alps. I mean, that's just next level. You can imagine what this is like from the top, looking down. Oh, thanks so much. Yep, airport so far. It seems crazy, doesn't it? But the mountain, New Zealand's highest mountain, has its own airport. Wasn't it clever of nature to provide that? Not quite. But it makes it easier to come in here. And I see choppers, helicopters coming in quite a bit. So it is it's not too touristy, because it's going to cost you to come here, obviously. Thank you, kits. If that's what you're doing, heli-skiing or whatever, save up your dollars. But if it's a once-in-a-lifetime trip, or it's on your bucket list, I'd suggest it. Thanks, TikTok Wise. Good to see you back. Appreciate the donut. That's my morning sorted. 11:15 here. These boulders, these rocks, look at this. Makes it for quite a little bit of a challenge. I mean, you can walk here, but hiking boots are a necessity, because you've got the spongy undergrowth combined with, they're just small. Well, some of them are larger, but it's easy. Thank you, Joe, for the rose. Easy to trip up. We've got the signal still. Thanks, TikTok, for the hand. It's just amazing. But if you ever, I should say, need to clear your head, wow, this is the place. Yeah, the rocks and boulders. Lord of the Rings was just shot south of here. Well spotted. Not far away at all, at Paradise, west of Glenorchy. Might be 3 hours drive. But I like the rocks, the boulders, the long grass, the mountainous backbone, or the mountainous backdrop you can see there. And just take your time. That's the thing. If you've got the time, just walk through. And I've forgotten the name of the lilies that grow through here in the spring. Mount Cook. What is it? Mount Cook lilies. Mount Cook something. No wild animal. Well, we have pests, possums, opossums and rabbits, but no predators in New Zealand, no snakes, no gorillas, hope not, no bears, no crocs, no gators, not even foxes, nothing like that. So you can walk out in nature, but I often say it, just be aware, the biggest thing is nature, and the weather changes rapidly in the mountains here. We could have this now, and it's not going to happen today probably, but in an hour could be completely overcast and maybe snowing. You've got to prepare for it 4 seasons of the year here, because we're at such an altitude. As beautiful as it is, preparation is key. So wildlife won't grab you. I've seen not one insect. Have I seen a little moth? Might have seen one, but no mozzies, no mosquitoes. No, I've seen no flies, nothing. Thanks for the follow, Tina. Maori Mama, what did you say? Do a backflip. Oh, that was Kay. Bigfoot's not here, or the gorilla. This is the Tasman River. I think I've seen too many movies when I mention gorilla. Loch Ness isn't about to visit either, just to put you in the picture. Here we go. A little bit higher up this time. Still a beautiful view. Oh, thanks, Siobhan, for the hat. In through the nose and out through the mouth. No bugs or other animals. No, Melissa. And you might in peak season in the rain see mosquitoes here. Oh, it's a blessing. It's a real blessing. But rabbits and possums. Someone asked about stoats. Kia ora. Lovely to have you from Portsmouth. Shusty, thank you for the flamingo. It has been a very moving morning, isn't it, in terms of just the scenery and the sun coming up. The timing was magnificent. We'd love to have you, Alexis. It is similar. Not the same height as Everest. It would be half the height. Everest is over 8,000 metres. We're nearly 4,000 metres. Mount Fuji in Japan and this mountain here that you're looking at across or up here are almost exactly the same height. So it's a prominent landscape, to put it mildly, the mountain ranges. So you're looking at about 13,000 feet here. These ones are 10 to 12 alongside. Glad you're liking it, Pickle. Going well, thanks. How are you going? Really appreciate your support, the likes, the follows. We got so many in. Thank you for sharing the live. I mean, I understand liking brings more in, so thank you for that. The gifting, the subscribing. I love getting out and about into nature. Sunrises, hiking, biking into the mountains, seeing the rivers, the lakes, seeing what New Zealand has to offer. And boy, today does it deliver big time. We're being treated to these views. It is warming up so quickly. I've got a jacket on, but need to be taking it off really. Just too warm after a frosty start. Thank you for coming in. You're right, Pickles. How far am I? User, I'm only at the base of them 20 minutes. I could go up there, but I'm not convinced about the signal. That would be the next thing. Oh, that's lovely, Summer. Thank you, Mel, for the butterfly. Someone said about the signal, isn't it a blessing to have? Yeah, it's 100% here. I'm just doing a little walk. I'm going to go up the embankment in front of me here. It's like a little plateau or a prairie, some would call it, or a valley, just up on the side here. Just have to climb up a little bit. But these ones, this is also stunning in person, looking downriver. Thanks, Shusty and Siobhan. It really means a lot. And every bit helps. And the fact if you're just here viewing for the first time or coming back for another time, it's great to show you, or supporting in whichever way. It's this landslide, nature. This is a monstrous landslide that's taken place. Oh, I wouldn't know when. But carved down the mountain, look at it there. Whew. You might not have seen it, but you would have heard it here if you'd been here at the time. If it had been a clear day, you would have seen it. What a noise that would have made. And even straight ahead here, it's a decent height. Thank you, Cloud, for the roses. But it's the number of boulders on this walk, isn't it, beauty? This is New Zealand. Oh, thanks, York. That's very kind. Very blessed to have a country that delivers so much in terms of nature. And it's on my back doorstep. Thanks for the Kiwi Rage. I'd imagine if we saw one, Rage, just pop out, I was going to say and said hi, that would be a revelation. But if it popped out of the long grass here. But they can pop out. For those who don't know, kiwis are a flightless bird, size of a chicken or a hen with very long beaks. New Zealand's sort of emblem, logo, icon, whatever you want to say. New Zealanders are often referred to as kiwis, not the fruit, not kiwi fruit, kiwis, but the bird. Look at this colour of moss. So here's the sponge bed of moss here that I can go 2 inches deep in, and then we get the different colour. The deep green, because this is alpine, this is a complete sink. About 4 inches I'd go straight. You're walking on that, easy to go straight down. Or not down, but the foot being depressed into that. So I'm just keeping an eye out on the different colour. Just wow. You think, Joshua? Anytime, horse, thank you. How are things for you? In Ireland, it is like quicksand, Māori. That caught, like, I have to be careful where I'm walking. Different coloured again. Never experienced this before. Altitude here, about 4,500 feet, about 1,500 metres up. But these are 3,000, 3,500 metres, or 10 to 12,000 feet. These are higher. This is the embankment. I'll show you a slightly better view, I think, once I get up here. A bit of a climb, but it's worth it. I can't see any mountain goats. Not yet. I'll be on the never-ending story. Oh, I love that theme song. Na 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 na. Never-ending. I've forgotten how it goes. Probably a good thing. In your face. Look at this. Thanks, NYC. Good to see you. You might not get this view in the UK much, but it's lovely to share it with you. Whoa, up we go. Gee, this is a hike to the top. Didn't take long. Not much growth here, look at that. But here's the valley, plateau, or whatever you want to call it. Prairie. Surrounded by mountains in most directions. New Zealand's largest. You think, Siobhan? Might ruin the view. Don't know if it'll complement it. Blessing to be here to show you this. And to have a signal, to have the technology. So I'm slowly sinking in this sponge-like moss in the long grass. Song was Lamal, that's right. I've forgotten the words. In your face. Dun, 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 dun. I love this. Just a little bit of growth. White bulbs. Ready to bloom, even in autumn. Or blossom. Just you and me, look at this. Sharing this was awesome, all right. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for coming in and enjoying it with me. Wouldn't be the same on my own. So there are little forms or signs of life here. I saw this earlier. These ones are coming out. Look at that. It's called the auraki. This one is, or Mount Cook lily. They're little, sorry, that long grass is in the way. Beautiful. Just so sweet. Mount Cook. Is that right, Annabelle? Where are you? And that's back on the highway, back in the distance there. You think Everest? Any requests? For united we stand, divided we fall. And if our backs will ever be against the wall, we'll be together, together, you and I. What's that next line? There's nowhere in the world that I would rather be. How apt is that? And today, there's nowhere else I'd rather be. Feeling very lucky to be here. Sorry if I'm spinning a bit fast. Ain't no mountain high enough would have been better. Yes, might not break into that. That's a bit more up there. That's a great song. I'll leave it to the experts. Yes, you wouldn't be cycling in here, no. The tyres would sink. If I brought my bike here, it would really struggle. But it's the boulders that pop up. Oh, that's very kind. Thank you, Amy. Nothing like this in Norfolk, England. No, mind you, Norfolk has its own beauty. That's what I remember. Yeah, the mountains. It makes Ben Nevis. Is that Scotland or Northern England? I think it's Scotland, isn't it? Ben Nevis would be that height. To give you an idea, NYC, in the middle of your screen, Ben Nevis is about this there.